and journalism sitting on the cusp of an impeccable 3-year-old season.
Journalism. He improved around 2 turns, and then he showed he can race against quality competition.
And here comes journalism, right on by Barnes, striding away powerfully.
You have just seen the ascendancy of journalism up the list of Kentucky Derby contenders.
You know, back in January, if you were going to pick 3 horses in California that were probably going to go to the Kentucky Derby with a strong chance, you would have said Barnes, Citizen Bull, journalism. How about in the Santa Anita Derby on Saturday? They're going to throw it down. It's just a field of 5. We've got these 3 runners, 2 from Bob Baffert, 1 from Michael McCarthy, all with a strong chance on Saturday in the Santa Anita Derby. We'll take a look at that field. As I mentioned, just 5 runners, so they will be running for 75% of the normally allotted points. You see that reflected in the top there. Journalism has yet to go off favored, but that super impressive win in the San Felipe Stakes, Caleb, is why he is 6-5 on Jeff Siegel's morning line.
And we know that Santa Anita, a lot of times these races is about quality over quantity, but I think the best compliment you can give to this race, it looks like Barnes, who's on the lead right now before journalism guns by him. Barnes is the 3rd choice in this field of 5. If Barnes runs in the Bluegrass, Wood, or UAE Derby, he's going to be the favorite in all 3 of those races. So the 3rd choice in this race would very likely be the favorite in the other 300-point races over the weekend.
That's journalism beating Barnes, both with triple-digit buyers in the San Felipe Stakes. But for the first time, they're going to take on another Bob Baffert horse, your Breeders' Cup Juvenile champion and the Eclipse Award Winners Champion Tour colt, Citizen Bull. Sure, you could say that he didn't beat a whole lot in the Robert B. Lewis. He went gate to wire, but Caleb, we've seen from this horse, when he's on the front end, you're not catching him.
And he's expanding the margin. He's either maintaining or expanding the margin. We've never really seen him tested late with the lead. He's never lost on the lead. And Curtis, in the last 30 years, there's only been 2 horses that have gone gate to wire in the Kentucky Derby. It was War Emblem and Authentic, both trained by Bob Baffert. And don't forget that Medina Spirit also went gate to wire, but we know was disqualified. So if you were going to try to lead at every pole in the Kentucky Derby, this would be the horse, and Baffert would be your trainer.
Certainly no joke there, as the dam's name says, with Citizen Bull. There is a horse coming off of a super impressive maiden win named Baeza for John Sheriff, who conditioned the ultra-talented Zenyatta, among many others. Also won the Derby with Giacomo. Baeza here had to take on not 1 but 2 Bob Baffert runners and pulls away to a win. He's got a sneaky outside chance, and nobody's giving him his due respect.
An amazing pedigree. His older brother, Mage, won the Kentucky Derby 2 years ago. His 1-year older brother, Dornick, won the Belmont last year, and now he is going well. He feels like a down-the-line sort. Maybe, you know, he starts tuning up in the summer. Not going to totally put it past him here. He's certainly got something to work with, but don't know if Saturday will be the day.
You will need to finish in the top 2 to earn enough Kentucky Derby points to make it into the starting gate, because with 37.5 to second, 75 to first, here's where the division currently stands. Journalism is sitting there at 14 with 47.5. Sandman, off of that Arkansas Derby victory, is atop the list, and Tapan Street entering the picture 3rd.
Now, the one noticeable absence is Barnes. And we're all expecting Citizen Bull to make the lead, but you could argue that they kind of need to set the race up for Barnes. I mean, now he's probably going to finish at least 3rd. I'm doing the math. They only get a portion of the point. I mean, 3rd would probably get him in to the race. What's a little bit different about this year is that in previous years, we've always had 100 points to the winner. It used to be 40 points per second. Now it's 50. So in my mind, that raises up the bubble number. You have 1 spot for Japan, 1 spot for Europe. So it's really the top 18 Americans. And, you know, it kind of takes a little bit more this year, in my mind, to get to the Derby points-wise.
Take one more look at the leaderboard here, and some horses that still could make moves coming up the leaderboard. We've got the Bluegrass, the Wood Memorial, and the aforementioned Santa Anita Derby coming up here. Flood Zone sitting there at 12th. Now, he is going to the UAE Derby. If he wins that race, he's in no matter what. I think even with 50, he's in. But that will, I believe, remove that European road marker, so nobody will come in. They'll just say, Flood Zone, you're in. Nobody from the European road is going to fill that slot. So if you're on the outside or kind of on the bubble with an American horse, you're certainly rooting for Flood Zone to take that spot in UAE Derby.
And, boy, they had so much confidence when they, I believe, purchased him out of that maiden race at Goshen. Got a 3 on the thoroughgrass. I mean, a 3 can almost win the Kentucky Derby, and there is his nose up close and personal.